What's going on, YouTube? This is Pokemon Battler TyranitarNom with another battle for you. This is another 5th gen battle against BlakBlastoise. This is really one of my first, more of a mainstream battle against a battler that almost everybody knows. And if not, you definitely should. Check the link below for his channel. This is this is a 5th gen battle, and I lead with my bulky Chomp, which I'm gonna have to change, as I was recently informed that rough-skinned Garchomps cannot learn Stealth Rocks. So I'm probably either going to take Stealth Rocks off that set or take off Rough Skin. And so he has his mixed as a special Azelf lead that is Life Orbed. And I go into Camel Toe to take the special moves because this is my special defensive wall in my Firewater Grass Core. And I get the Toxic off, and I start walling hits. It psychics me. It still can't. It can't get too much damage on me, and it keeps getting hurt by Life Orb, and so I hope to Life Orb stall it, as I have Wish and Protect on this. So I have pretty much instant recovery and instant healing moves with the Protect on there, and I work it down. I escape with a significant amount of health left on both my Vaporeon and my Garchomp. So I would say that was a win at that point. And then he goes into Rankarusu, and I make some mistakes here by going for the Toxic, forgetting it has Magic Guard, because mine doesn't. Mine has Regeneration, which I should probably change that too. I remember that almost after I hit the button. I hit the Toxic button. I was like, God damn it. Those things have Magic Guard. That's not going to do shit. That's just a waste of a turn. And then resulting from the switch, he gets 2 Calm Minds off, and that hurts a lot, because this thing is able to take out a couple of my Mons in the process with both of those Calm Minds. I go into Garchomp hoping to use some physical attacks to take it down, because it's got +2 already, and it'll probably get 1 or 2 more if I brought in something that's a specialty attacker. And yeah, so I try for the Dragon Claw, knowing that Dragon Tail would be slower, and not knowing if he would switch into something to take the Earthquake. So he walls it pretty good and kills me with a +2 Psychic. And I go into Jirachi, another physical attacker. I was hoping to get some stab Iron Heads, flinch it a couple of times maybe, but that's not the case, as he's able to OHKO me with a +2 Focus Blast. And at this point, I am running low in the physical attacking spectrum, so I go into Heatran, hoping to roar him out. But this comes to a problem, because at this point I wasn't paying too much attention, because I forgot it had a Focus Blast, even though it used it the turn before, and thank God it missed, because if it hadn't missed I would have cried. But it misses, and I get the roar off, so bye bye boosts, and he goes into his Salamence. And I know these things carry Earthquake, so I immediately go into my Zapdos, who not only flies, so it'll dodge the Earthquake that is pending, but it also has Hidden Power Grass, or Hidden Power Ice, I'm sorry, and the Hidden Power Ice will surely kill this thing even after Stealth Rock boosts. And so it goes for the Earthquake as predicted, and I go for the Hidden Power Ice, and he switches into his Terrakion to take that, but it does enough that with Life Orb to do half. I go for it again. I'm not sure why. I probably should have gone for a Thunderbolt here, because that would have guaranteed killed it. But I go for another Hidden Power and get the lucky crit. I think I misclicked, but I get the crit, which is great, and Terrakion goes down. And so I'm getting hurt by Life Orb, and I'm about half health. Then he goes into his Daruma. I always see these things banded, so I hoped that I'd be faster, because Zapdos' base speed's higher, but that wasn't the case, as this thing is Scarfed, which is really scary. Even with recoil damage, this thing can take out quite a few things. And so then I go into Heatran, knowing now that it's Scarfed, and he has to switch out. So I get a free Lava Plume on whatever switches in. And he goes into Rankarusu, who without boosts, I roar. Yes, I roared to get Stealth Rock damage, which was a problem, because he goes right back into Daruma, which I know carries Superpower or Hammer Arm, depending on what set they have. And so I switch out, go back into Camel Toe, knowing it's not very defensive because of the EV set, maybe for death fodder, but I knew I could take a superpower or two, and so I take one, and his attack falls. I figured he was gonna go for another one, so I protect to get some health up, and he goes for superpower again because he's choiced. I get some leftovers. He does not because he's choice. I go for the double protect, simply because I needed one of these. I need to survive at least one more. I didn't know how much a -1 superpower was going to do to me, and I figured it would kill even after the double protect. So I go for the boiling water. He's faster because of the choice scarf, and he, of course, kills me. So I basically fodder my Vaporeon after a little bit of struggle, and then I go into what a prick my Natore. And even though superpower is effective, a -2 superpower would for sure not kill me. And so I go for the seeds. And here, I was pretty proud of the switch. You don't see many Tyranitars anymore, and if you do, they're almost 100% of the time Dragon Dance. And when I saw this thing switch into my Natore, I knew one thing, and that this was going to be a Tyraniboa. I knew it was going to switch in and it was going to use Flamethrower. And this was a really risky move on my part because it probably, one of the other things it probably could have had was Earthquake, which wasn't likely on what he did. So I went for the, see, I knew he was going to sub first turn. I was contemplating whether he was going to Flamethrower or sub the first turn, so I figured he was going to sub. And I get a Power Whip and destroy the sub. And now I'm thinking to myself, he's going to Flamethrower in the next turn because he thinks I'm just going to keep going for the Power Whip to break his subs. So I go into Heatran, and what do you know, he Flamethrowers, and I get the Flash Fire boost. I felt pretty proud about myself for that one. But at the end of the battle, this really didn't matter that much. It just kind of prolonged it, maybe kept me from being farther away from 6-0. And so he's hurt quite a bit from the subbing and the Power Whip and the, I don't know. But I went for the Lava Plume thinking he was going to Focus Punch, and that's what he does, and I get a burn too. So basically he can't touch me because the generally the 3 moves that are on a Tyranitar for a Tyraniboa are either Dark Pulse Crunch, Flamethrower, and Focus Punch, and sub is the 4th move. And so he just keeps going for Focus Punch, hoping that I'm not going to attack, but I just keep Lava Pluming until he's dead. And then he goes back into Daruma, who barely survives after Stealth Rocks. I was like, come on, no fair. And so I go into What a Prick, hoping he was going to Superpower. And I was hoping I would take at least one. I didn't really need a Torre for the rest of this, considering his Salamence probably had Flamethrower. And so after Steel Thorns, Daruma goes down, which was great because I needed that thing dead as soon as possible. So since Daruma is dead, he goes into Salamence. And after Stealth Rocks, it's down to almost exactly 50%. He intimidates me just in case I was thinking about using a quadruple, not very effective Power Whip. But I stay in there just to get the Steel Thorns boost because Natore really couldn't do anything else. And I go into Heatran, and I go for Lava Plume knowing I was going to be slower. So I basically, yeah, I lose. But it was a pretty good battle. I was pretty proud of what I did. I was hoping for more battles against some future YouTubers. So comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you for your attention.